Hello, I am Jonathan Burnham. My online handle for pretty much everything I've ever done online, Kalos, Kaylos. Not sure why I'm making this video. I wasn't sure I should do it or whether I should or shouldn't do the video. Most people I've already told the bad news. So let's get to the point of the video. If you're seeing this, maybe you're somebody who's known me in the past, somebody who's seen some of my videos, or someone I've played with before. Maybe you already know, and you're curious a little bit about the story. By the way, we're here at Road America. I live in Wisconsin, and that's the closest track to me. About an hour away. I actually went here a few years ago with my kids. Great track, but let's just get the tough news out of the way. I have mesothelioma. Pretty much a terminal cancer. I don't know what else to say about that. I guess I found out of November of last year that I had mesothelioma. I'm just gonna kind of drive around Road America here as I kind of talk. Oh, that's way too loud. Let's go back into the car. Muffles the sound a bit. So it's been a rough 10 months, to say the least. Oh God, how do I say this? It was terrible to find out. I had been sick a good bit of last year. I was having some weird issues I didn't really understand. And it took a couple biopsies. So since maybe you're looking at me like, hey, you look pretty good there, John. Well, you'd be correct at the moment. I have been through chemo. I have what they call pleural mesothelioma. That is where it grows in the pleural lining between the lung and the rib cage. So I have done chemotherapy. I have had a pleurectomy, or an attempted, I should say, pleurectomy. They got about 80% of it out. Normally, when they would do a full pleurectomy, they would follow it up with a hot liquid chemo bath of cisplatin. We never got that far with me. My surgery wasn't fully successful because about 20% of the infected pleural lining is just stuck. It's stuck to the lining to the lung, the lining of my heart, to the ribs. Taking it out would have done more damage. So he got about 80% of the cancer. I'll tell you, back in May, I was pretty distraught. Finding out that it didn't work. The lifespan from finding out you have mesothelioma is usually about 6 to 18 months. Usually it is in older people. For me, I'm a little younger. I just turned 46. We were left with one thing. Chemotherapy worked great at the beginning, but stopped working. And we did the surgery, which wasn't fully successful at the end of April, and then I found out. I got kind of the full picture in May. So our options there, besides going to trials, was what they call immunotherapy. There is one immunotherapy. There's one immunotherapy treatment approved by the FDA before going into trials, and it's had mixed results with mesothelioma. So 15% chance it works great, and then like a 10% chance, your body will start attacking itself, because what it does is it fires up old T cells that have become dormant to the cancer. But in some cases, those refired T cells can start attacking the body. So I knew I was doing well with immunotherapy before the beginning of September when I went in, but I didn't know how well. the good news is that I got amazing news. I figured immunotherapy was kind of a last-ditch effort with FDA-approved treatments to, extend my lifespan beyond estimated. Doctor probably estimated about a year I had left to live from May if immunotherapy didn't really work. So it did. So I'm actually, here's the thing with, I'm not going to skip this. It is going to catch up to me. Right now, I have regained some relative health, not what I used to have just, a year and a half to just over a year and a half ago, but I've been able to do quite a few things, spend time with my children. I have 3 awesome boys, 13, 10, and 8. And now I feel like I should be ecstatic. I found out at the beginning of September, we're talking about years of treatment. Immunotherapy, if it's worked, you can tend to stay on it with close observation. And that's what we're doing right now. But there's kind of an acknowledgement that it's not going away. I do have some hope that I'll get to see my boys grow up. But yeah, no, I still have terminal cancer, and I likely will the rest of my life, however long that may be, unless a new treatment comes along that shows real good promise. I don't know. The life expectancy for someone with mesothelioma with a successful surgery from stage 1 is about 20% for 5 years. I was stage 3, effectively. The doctor says it's hard to stage mesothelioma, but at the time of surgery, I was probably about stage 3. And that was after the chemo had really, really shrunk a lot of my pleural lining. Immunotherapy, it was really a crapshoot. We didn't know if it was going to work. If it hadn't, my hope was that it would stabilize me. The fact it's worked as well as it has, it's a blessing. I have some hope for the future, or at least some hope that I'll live long enough to spend time with my children. So that's where I'm at. It's actually pretty frightening. I was all prepared to die, and now it's trying to get everything in order, and it was just kind of accepting of it. And now it's like, hey, you got years to live. Oh, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. You know? I don't know. So, and if you're a sim racer, you know where I'm in. I'm in Automobilista too. If you're not, if you're just some random person who found this, it's a racing game, sim game. I chose Road America to kind of be my background while doing this because it's my local track, and I got to go see the IMSA races a few years. It was a lot of fun. It's really all this is really accurate. Johnsonville Brats, that's not too far, probably about an hour from the track. I actually interviewed at that plant. I did not get accepted, or I didn't get a job offer, but I got close. You got the famous curve here. To the right, up that hill, is a camping area. As we were coming down the hill, there's actually a go-kart area in that spot. And you got the famous kink. I almost bought a t-shirt here. It said, kinked. It was kind of a fun shirt. I didn't actually end up buying it, though. Had a lot of fun, though. Probably more than my boys, so I drug along. We need to go with. Yeah, so I'll point out a few things around the track. You're pretty much updated on where I am with my cancer. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. But I'll point out a few things. That we walked all the way around this track. So yeah, this is all really accurate. I think the main entrance is over here outside the track on the other side of those. I don't know, it doesn't really looks like they simulated the gate. And then that road you see over the left is where you would kind of go alongside the track. Quick Trip. That is a thing here in Wisconsin. It's a convenience store for gas stations. There's Quick Trips everywhere, and nice, and they're not bad convenience stores. Like the convenience markup on a lot of things is not that much. Sometimes I'll just buy my milk from there because it's the same price as going to the grocery store. Over here in the pits, got to walk those, got to see all the prototypes and GT3s. Again, there's another Quick Trip. I think me, my friend, and our kids, we spent a lot over here by turn 1 where that video is going. There's some stands there. They had right behind there, they had like a kids play area. So that was part of the reason for being over there. Plus, turn 1's a fun turn to actually just see what's going on at the track. So no, this is I'd love to go here again for IMSA or WEC races. I don't think I'd be that interested in NASCAR when they come here. I had a friend tell me that it was a madhouse, and I can believe that. IndyCar would be fun to come see here. I do have a bit of a cold. If I sound a little nasally, that's probably why. Sargento cheese, there's a plant not too far from where I live. And yeah, if I buy sandwich slices, I buy Sargento cheese. Like, why buy the cheap fake cheese from Kraft when I can get real cheese for like the same price? But yeah, I don't know why I want to share my story. I guess I've been a pretty private person most of my life, and I'm scared. I don't know where this is gonna go. If I'm gonna, how long I'm gonna have to live, and I just have to kind of take it day by day, and I don't know what I want to do next. It's last year I was in really rough shape. It was bad, and I didn't realize just how close to death I was. And so there's some possibilities. The title you see on the screenshot, "I'm Not Dead Yet," is a bit of a joke. I have a hobby. Oh, that building up there is an ice cream place. You can go up there and buy ice cream behind those stands. We walked over there. See if we can get a better view of the karting area. So yeah, you come over here. And no, it doesn't really get that good a view of it. It's a little, I have triple screen, so it's a little easier for me to see. Yeah, you can kind of see the karting track right there. A little bit of it. But yeah. Where was I? I don't know, we'll see what's next. I'm still trying to figure it out. Talking to a therapist, doing some group therapy. I have mentors. I've had I'm blessed with all the people that have supported me. Since all the people that have supported me since I found out, it's just been overwhelming. I am divorced, and me and my ex-wife have a great co-parenting relationship with our children, and I get them a lot. I enjoy spending time with them. So that's my story. Not pretty, probably monotone. Bit nervous talking about it, and I guess if somebody comes across this who has mesothelioma, leave a comment. I'll respond. It's a terrifying. It's related to asbestos exposure, and I won't go too much into detail about how I got it. But if you need somebody to talk to, I know a lot of people get it are older, and I'll be honest, for most older people, it can be close to a death sentence. My age being so young is probably one of the reasons my body is responding as well to treatments. But I know also that, whatever happens, barring anything new coming along, it will catch up to me, and that I probably won't get to grow old. And you know what? I've done a lot of work, and I think I'm okay with that. But I am hoping for enough time to see my boys graduate from high school. And so there it is. If you stuck with me this long, thanks for listening. Have a good day.